Hello everyone, my name is Abby Trousdale, and today I will be doing my art presentation on the birth of Venus, painted by Sandro Botticelli. Botticelli was born on March 1st, 1445 in Florence, Italy. He passed away aged 65 on May 17th, 1510. He remained in Florence for a good majority of his life, and he passed away there too. Now, Botticelli was very involved with many different types of Renaissance art. Some of those areas include early Renaissance, Italian Renaissance, Florentine painting, and the High Renaissance era. Botticelli was really involved in his work and was inspired by Italian painter Filippo Lippi, Roman poet Ovid, and Italian poet Dante Alighieri. Botticelli was really well known for his contributions to the frescoes in the Sistine Chapel, and of course his painting, the Birth of Venus. It is a very beautiful painting, in my opinion, and with just about perfect unity. As you can see, there is a little bit of nudity, and this was very new to many people and artists at this time because it was towards the beginning of the Renaissance era. And keep in mind, three art eras before that were depicted solely on religion and power. The only nudity that was really seen at the time was art with Adam and Eve in it and religious paintings. He really didn't have too much to work with, but he captured their bodies' forms so flawlessly. A lot of Renaissance work had very realistic looking people within it, and it's believed that Botticelli was inspired by old vases from earlier eras. You can see that there are three focus points within the painting, making it open composition. We'll start from left to right here. On the left, you can see a couple of zephyrs. The male is blowing Venus out of the water on her seashell. The space between the zephyrs and Venus is occupied with a few flowers, and they're very gentle and soft looking, almost kind of comforting if you ask me. They do a pretty great job showing the wind, and it also helps show us how feminine Venus is here. Next, we'll head to the middle and we'll look at Venus herself. Her body is perfectly formed. Her stance in the painting is actually based off of an old ancient Roman sculpture of Venus. As you can tell, she's riding in from the ocean on a seashell, and this is representing her birth out of the ocean. I like this idea because it does a great job symbolizing that she was birthed from the ocean. The seashell is also so gentle and smooth looking. I see it as the only thing suitable enough to bring Venus out of the water into the not so gentle world. In fact, it's almost like the flowers are crescening her, and then Venus is crescening the earth with her perfection. I also enjoy looking at all of the detail in her face. I love the lines under her eyes because it shows not only great detail in her face, but it does also show that even the most beautiful women can have flaws and still be absolutely stunning. It really introduces normality to impossible gorgeousness, which I enjoy a lot. When we move our attention to the right, we see Venus's attendant ready to catch Venus and wrap her up to unexpose her. Another thing that stuck out to me is that not only Venus's body, but the Zephyr's body and the attendant's body are all sort of impossible positions. I think Botticelli chose to do this to help show how beautiful and frail their flexible frames are. Another thing, I'm not sure if you guys have noticed yet or not, but everybody in this painting is floating. Again, this really helps showing us how heavenly and godly these figures really are and how perfect their bodies are. I chose to do this piece because of the uniqueness within the painting. It's not only shown through symbolism, but it's also shown through the painting's hue, which really helps bring together the painting's unity. There are little bits of gold spread on throughout Venus's hair, on the skin tones, and around the painting. The gold helps show how happy and heavenly the birth of Venus was and how pure it was. It was a very pure moment, and the gold does a great job depicting that. The color of the flowers also get me too. You can tell the flowers are just floating with the wind beautifully, along with Venus's gorgeous red hair. Everything in this painting shows me that this moment was a moment you wouldn't want to be there, or you would want to be there to experience yourself. Looking at the details in the waves, you can see they're small but also present. I hang out at the beach a lot, and when I'm stressed out or when I'm bored or feeling any emotion, when the waves are small but present like that, it's incredibly calming, and I can't help but smile just thinking about that. They're just there enough to make settling background noises, basically. Botticelli really did a great job with the hue and with the line work within the waves as well. I also enjoy how frail he made the cattails on the bottom left-hand corner there. In fact, all of these plants that Botticelli painted are almost skeletal compared to their true forms. I think this helps distribute to the daintiness to the picture. There are also lots of flowers in the fabric that the attendant is carrying and wearing. And I'm like a really big flower person. And I absolutely love how he got the best use out of these little flowers. I like the fabric too because it adds pattern to something that's not so patternful. You can tell that he uses really steady colors and real solid colors, but the daintiness of the flowers and the pattern really help. It really does give the tempera more depth to it. Overall, I just absolutely love this painting, honestly. I love how you can almost hear the gentleness of the waves rolling, how you can almost hear the fabric and the wind dancing around together. I can even almost hear the wind and smell the flowers' scent traveling with it. This painting really is truly beautiful, and it was the first painting I've ever truly appreciated for its full potential. After lots of evaluation, this painting is truly a captured moment that I want to be there and experience for myself. Botticelli showed us that the physical and sensual form of beauty with hue, form, unity, and symbolism. Thank you guys for listening. I hope you enjoyed experience this painting the same way that I did. Have a good day.